Shalom, call Allah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the men that I learned this truth from. Start with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and all the men on down. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Barakatham to the hopefully elect. Alright, basically this is just going to be another one of those exhortations, for individuals that are pretty much just coming in to the faith, or maybe, looking around or questioning, whatever the case may be, right? Looking for answers, seeing that, it's pretty much knowing and understanding that, looking around and observing how bad the times are, all right, as it talks about, the scriptures talk about perilous times we're coming into, all right. And we're definitely going to need some form of comfort in these times, and yesterday's lesson, the previous video that I did, I kind of went into I actually read the whole chapter of Ecclesiastes. It's the second chapter. It's one of those things that you should meditate on and carry with you, because as I often quote, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times, of thy times, because the time is coming where all we're going to have is this truth and our faith in this thing, what you've built yourself up on, what you've learned, all right, that's all we're going to have, and that's going to be the only thing that carry us, But so nevertheless, like I said, the previous lesson I went into Ecclesiastes, the second chapter. Very, in my opinion, powerful chapter. For basically like encouragement, and what I want to just get into today, because I mentioned it in the previous lesson. Psalm the 62nd chapter, which is what I'm going to read today. It's a short chapter. This is one of my favorite chapters to get into, just concerning strength. Being that being in this flesh, man, this flesh it's a joke, all right. And constantly we need to be renewed. Our strength needs to be renewed. Because this is being in this kingdom, man, being in this hell and being in this captivity. It's hell. It's wearing us out daily, wearing us down. And, it's only because of the spirit, the power, the mercy and grace of Yahweh Shemel Shai are we even able to make it day by day, So this is just another one of those things. I'm going to go ahead and get into it. Psalms 62, starting at verse 1. It says, "Truly, my soul waiteth upon the Most High. From him cometh my salvation." All right. Because clear cut to the point, everything comes from Yahweh Shemel Shai, whether it be good, whether it be evil. All right, Job mentioned that. Let me get that real quick. Bear with me as I look for this. I think it's the Job, the second chapter. When you read the story of Job, the book of Job, all right. Another one of my favorite books to get into, all right, because of how much it relates, but bear with me. Go to the third chapter, because again, being that Job lost everything, and you had his woman basically nagging in his ear, and what did Job say? Because his wife was telling him to curse the Most High and die, basically the hell with your integrity. That's what she was basically trying to tell him, But what did Job say? And Again, bear with me as I look for this. Or is it in the first chapter? All right, but let me just look this up real quick. So I had it right the first time, just overlooked it. No biggie. Job 2 and verse 10, it says, because again, reading what I read in Psalm 62 in the first verse, right? Waiting upon the Most High, because the statement that I made, that all things come from Yahweh Shema Shai, whether they're good or whether they're evil, Job 2 and 10, it says, but he said unto her, again, Job speaking to his wife, all right, because she was, with all the hell that Job went through, all the afflictions that he endured, his wife was right there in his ear, basically trying to convince him to give up his integrity and curse the Most High. But what was Job's attitude? Job 2 and 10, it says, but he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. Yeah, because, for the most part, man, the scriptures talk about how wisdom was deprived from women, basically. They don't have, they lack that capacity. That much was given unto the man, all right? Women for the most part, they don't have, they don't deal in integrity, all right? They basically, they let their emotions run them, all right? They're run by their emotions, all right? But, for the most part, it's imparted upon a man, all right? A man, he's supposed to move through the spirit, so he, could be able to judge accordingly, right? Because again, the times that we're coming into, things are going to get very hectic, and out of fear, people are going to make decisions it's not going to be in their best of interest, all right? And when hell and tribulation starts coming on all sides, all right, it's definitely going to be crucial to for the spirit to kick in, all right? Because again, you don't want to make decisions based off the flesh, based off your emotions, all right? Like I read in Ecclesiasticus, the second chapter, the previous lesson, make not haste in time of trouble, right? The flesh is going to be, a little weary or whatever the case may be, but that's when the spirit's supposed to kick, it's supposed to override, all right? Because again, we're supposed to, the times that we're coming into, man, we're going to need a great deal of faith, all right? Because that's all we're going to have, when it's all said and done. Let me go ahead and park, man. So I don't sound all crazy. Okay. So again, all right, because the times that we're coming into, man, it's going to take a great deal of faith, all right? It's going to be the spirit that's going to guide us in those things, in those times, right? And again, women for the most part, man, they just don't have that thinking capacity, all right? And this is why, again, like I mentioned before, the topics like Isaiah 4:1, right? Women are going to be cleaving unto men with this truth, all right? Not just any man, but a man that has this truth, all right? Because as it's written, the Lord is going to take care of his elect in those days, during that time, all right? But it says what? Shall we receive good at the hand of the Most High, and shall we not receive evil? And all this did not Job sin with his lips. So you see, all right, because again, understanding that The Heavenly Father controls both aspects of the spectrum. All right, He controls good and evil. All right, scriptures talk about how the even the demons. All right, they fear the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, because He's in control of all. He's a Father of all spirits. All right, so whatever happens, man, just know that the Lord is in control of all things. All right, He's allowing it to happen. So again, because once these troops start coming in, man, and martial law troops, and they start kicking doors in, or whatever that happens, man, during that time, all right, we just got to sit back and wait on however the Lord delivers us, however it plays out, knowing and understanding that the standard is going to be lifted, and certain brothers are going to get spiritual powers and things of that nature. All right, somehow, some way, the Lord is going to provide a way for His men. So this is why we don't act upon our emotion, right? Going back to Psalm 62, reading verse 1 again, it says, "Truly my soul waiteth upon the Most High. From Him cometh my salvation." Because again, whenever we're going to be put in situations, man, it's not going to look good. All right, it's going to look slim. It's going to look real slim, and at that moment, man, it's nothing for the Lord to cause something to happen to where you get delivered. All right, to where He saves you out of a particular situation. It's nothing for the Lord. All right, again, pursuant to Daniel's 12:1. All right, Michael, the archangel, standing up for the children of the people, children of Israel, right? There's going to be a lot of spiritual interventions going on, a lot of divine things going on, all right? A lot of things that you won't be able to explain, all right, on the behalf of the elect, all right? Because, again, when that time comes, man, them troops come through and start kicking doors in and things of that nature, all right? A lot of these Israelites are flaunting guns and toting their guns around and things of that nature. When that's not our battle, that's not our fight. Not there's nothing wrong with possessing a firearm or whatever the case may be, but in the sense of banding together and getting guns and standing up against the enemy and all that, that's not our fight. All right, our fight is spiritual. All right, because again, a lot of these Israelite groups, or some of these Israelite groups, they promote that, and it gives a bad image. All right, that's not our fight. All right, and some of those camps are going to be the same ones to band together and be out there marching and protesting and rioting and shooting or whatever the case may be. All right, and they're going to end up getting jacked up. They're going to end up getting destroyed. All right, because like I mentioned before, with the sifting, all right, the Lord is going to sift out His elect from amongst these different camps or whatnot. All right, because again, that's just not a good image. Even before I decided to really follow the Great Millstone Doctrine, all right, because a lot of us do it or have done it. When you're in the beginning, you're basically hopping around from camp to camp, watching different camps, right, seeing who's saying what, who's teaching what, right. But even with that, man, like I said, before I even started following Great Millstone completely, some of these groups, man, I'm not gonna say no names, but some of these groups, it was just obvious that they spirit just had it to where I wasn't even interested in watching. All right, because it's obvious that some of these groups, man, they just don't got it. All right, they're far from the truth. All right, and like I said, man, a lot of these camps are going to be the same camps that are going. They all in all, man, they're going to get jacked up. They're going to get destroyed. All right, going about things the carnal way. All right, that's Esau's blessing. Our blessing is spiritual. All right, spiritual power and salvation and the kingdom and things of that nature. All right, so this is why we wait on the Most High, because again, knowing and understanding that He's in control of all things, He controls both aspects. Whatever happens, whatever comes upon us, man, just know that Yahweh Shem Shai is allowing it to happen. All right. Verse 2, it says, "He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be greatly moved." So you see, all right, because again, being firm in the faith, all right, again, that foundation, you want to build your foundation on a rock foundation, because if you build your a foundation on something that's unstable like sand, all right, once the hurricane comes, all right, once the tempest and the storm comes, all right, that foundation is going to fall apart. All right, and again, going back to some of these Israelite camps, a lot of them are pretty much deteriorating. All right, You know, like I often mentioned, I was a part of the Comfies camp. All right, for 10 years, man. I was a part of that camp. You know, almost 11 years, man. You know, and they're pretty much, man. They're I don't really hear much from them. All right, the so-called God sent comforter, he's dead now. All right, supposedly, you know, he's dead now. You know, you don't really hear much from that camp. And that's it's spiritual. And I've been wanting to do a video on this because one of the elders, I believe his name is Elder Inop. All right, I saw a video that he did some years ago, a long time ago, that he had a confrontation with some of the ICGJC members, right? And basically, you know, he was basically, long story short, he basically went into how the so-called God sent comforter was going to be put to death. All right, the Lord was going to destroy him. You know, and sure enough, man. All right, again, you know, this was years ago, some years ago, man. Um, and sure enough, like I said, you know, supposedly he's dead. You know, and you know, some of the apostles and others, man, concerning these other Israelite leaders, all right, they've been saying throughout the years, man, the Lord's going to destroy these people. You know, like I said, man, the Lord's going to sift, you know, his elect from amongst these different camps. All right. And again, you know, little by little, man, you're going to start seeing these camps fall apart, and these leaders, these Israelite camps get destroyed little by little. You're going to start seeing it. All right. Because again, you know, their foundation, man, it's not a strong foundation. All right. And again, you know, that's why it's constantly stressed. You know, building yourself up in the spirit, man. All right, building yourself upon a strong foundation, which is this word, which is this truth, which I do believe. You know, humbly and sincerely, I believe this, that Great Millstone has the 100% truth. All right, you know, the apostles, they've been doing this 20 years, 30 plus years, 35 years, and they're still out there on the highways and byways, man. They're still out there. They're still doing the thing up until this day, man. You know, and they're looking good too, man. You know, being that, you know, of course, you know, the elders, they're up there in age or whatnot, but they still look good, man. They still out there pushing, you know, and they're livid, you know, they're lively. You can see it in their spirit, you know. But yeah, man, because again, you know, you once you have this truth, man, once the spirit it resonates in you, man, and you know, you're diligent in it, all right. Because the scriptures talk about how the basically, you know, this truth, man, it quickens you, it brings you to life, you know. You know, and if you're sincere and diligent in this thing, man, nothing can take you out, man. You know, nothing can move you. What's that? What is that? Where's that at? Let me see if I can look for it real quick. I know. Let me see if I can find this. Yep, this is it. Romans 8. Let me see if this. Yep. Romans 8:35, it says, who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? So you see, because again, when you're built and you're rooted in this thing, the scriptures talk about being rooted in this truth. All right. Nothing can take you out of this truth. All right. Once you're locked in the spirit, man, nothing's going to take you out, man. Nothing can separate you from the love of Hamashiach. All right. So yeah, you know, nothing can move our faith, because again, you know, when you got a strong foundation, man, nothing can move you. You know, you got that unmovable faith. You know, and there's nothing wrong with, you know, having that faith now, but again, all right, because the scriptures talk about enduring until the end. You know, so you know, you're diligent now, you're studying and teaching and things of that nature now, doing all this stuff now, but come time, the hour of temptation, right? And you end up giving in, all right, all that can be for nothing, you know. But again, you know, this is why, again, you know, you want to build yourself up on a strong foundation, man, which again, this truth, man, you know, it's everything, all right. Psalm 62 and verse 3 says, how long will ye imagine mischief against a man? Ye shall be slain, all of you. As a bowing wall shall ye be, and as a tottering fence. They only consult to cast him down from his excellency. They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly. Selah. And again, this is going into the wicked, the top wicked elites. All right, Esau, Edom. All right, because constantly, day and night, man, they're plotting on how to destroy us. And when you read throughout the Psalms, man, King David, man, he's crying out in the spirit, to basically, be protected, from the evil that these devils are plotting against us. All right. What was that? Psalm 64. Get that real quick. Because we talk about these things, man. How there's a plot to get rid of the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, right? There's a plot, man. Against the children of Israel, and to these people, man, we sound crazy. We sound like conspiracy theorists, nut jobs, and all these other bywords and proverbs they call us, right? But nevertheless, all right, our forefathers, man, for the most part, man, they cried out in the spirit, the Lord to watch over us and to protect us. Because this is a real thing. Psalm 64, verse 1, it says, "Hear my voice, O Most High. In my prayer, preserve my life from fear of the enemy." All right, because when you read Psalms 80, I think it's Psalms 83. Let me get that real quick. Psalms 83. It's either 82 or 83. Yep, Psalms 83. I'll start at verse 1. It says, "Keep not thou silence, O Most High. Hold not thy peace and be not still, O Most High. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head." So you see, and when you read on down, the top of the list is Esau, Edom, all right? As well as all these other nations. They conspire against us day and night, man. Their plots, their wicked schemes with the wicked devices and the witchcraft and things of that nature, all right? Because like I said before, man, it's only by the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai are we even here today. All right, with all the chemtrails that they're spraying in the air and all the poison, man, that we consume. And it's just, it's hell, man. Like I said before, man, this place is hell. And this is why we're crying out in the spirit, man, for the Lord to deliver us and to destroy this place. Patiently and eagerly waiting on our salvation, man. All right. But nevertheless, man, this is a real thing, with the plots that these devils got set up against us, man. All right. And being that, Jake, man, they don't trust in Yahweh Shem Shai, and they're going to sheep led to the slaughter, as the scriptures say. All right. Esau, man, he's setting things up perfectly, beautifully, which is, ultimately all the credit goes back to Yahweh Shem Shai, because this is his movie. All right. But nevertheless, all right, Esau playing his role, playing his part, doing his lot, what he was created to do, which is to be the wicked, the devil that the Bible speaks of. All right. He's setting it up beautifully to where, Jake, man, Jake is being set up for the kill. All right, they're falling right into the snares of Esau, Edom. All right, with these stimulus checks, right? Esau can set it up to where they keep getting this money, and making people dependent upon the government completely. Because earlier this year, man, when they started with the whole unemployment checks and things of that nature, man, people were getting more with unemployment than they were actually working their regular jobs. So man, a lot of people, man, they took to that. They stuck with it. Reliant and dependent upon the government. All right. Because again, man, Jake, man, is being set up, man, perfectly, beautifully. And so be it, man. They're gonna get what they deserve at the end of the day. But this is all a part of Esau's his consultants. This is all a part of his counsel, his snares. All right. But again, being that because the scriptures talk about if it were possible, even the elect would be deceived, man. That's how crafty Esau is. If it wasn't set up and written the way that it was written, even the very elect would get deceived. But Psalm 62 verse 5, it says, "My soul, wait thou only upon the Most High, for my expectation is from him." So again, being that whatever we receive, whether it be good, whether it be evil, at the end of the day, it all comes from Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, and the top of that list, all right, is salvation, man. We're patiently and eagerly waiting on the kingdom. All right, the hell with this place. Like I keep mentioning, we make do with what we got. We work our little jobs or whatever the case may be just to get by in this society. All right, but that's not the end all be all, man. And that's the problem with Jake. You know, the scriptures talk about how people with no vision, man. Let me see if I can where there is no vision, the people perish. I think Proverbs 29:18. It says, where there is no vision, the people perish. So again, because Jake, man, they don't see past this place. They don't see past this kingdom. They don't see past these things. All right, like I said, Jake working 9 to 5. All right, you might actually have a good, decent job, a nice, decent car, white picket family, or whatever the case may be, man. All right, Jake don't see past this. All right, when there's so much more to this after, beyond this, man. And this is why the people, majority, this is why the 2/3 Jakes ain't gonna make it, because they don't see past this. So, because their mind is stayed up on here. They got that spirit of Lot's wife on them. All right, looking back, Jake doesn't want to leave. And even in the Israelite community, all right, got Israelite camps talking about building up communities. All right, they're preaching, because the doctrine, man, which is clear as day, is that America, which is Babylon the Great, is going to be destroyed. All right, but even some Israelite camps teach against that, all right, because they want to stay here. All right, a particular leader of a particular camp, I'm not going to say the names, no names, is talking about he's telling the congregation to take the vaccine and to that the mark of the beast is not the RFID chip, and he even went as far as to say that next year he wants to be on the beach, just to show you the mindset of a lot of these camps. They want to stay here. They don't want to be. They don't want to leave this place. And again, this is why, amen. To them, let it be so. They're gonna fall by the wayside. Or finish this out. It says, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he. Because again, knowing and understanding the reward that's to come, and this is the only thing that keeps us going, man. I can't stress it enough. This truth, man. Like I said, man. It brings you to life. Yeah, day by day, man, we're tired, we're vexed. These weak bodies are breaking down, whatever the case may be. But in his spirit, man, it's a joyful thing, man. Knowing and understand what's coming, especially now, being that the end is close, man. It's close. Can almost taste it. Or we are almost up out of here. These prophecies are moving quickly. Lord's will, Yahweh Ratzah, man. 2021 is the year that it's on. Lord's will, but again, concerning these people, man, they don't have that vision. They lack that vision. And this is why they're not going to make it, because their mindset is, they want to stay here. They don't want to see this kingdom fall. They don't want to see Esau being taken out of power. They don't want to see this earth getting killed, because this earth has a cancer, man. This earth is sick. All right. The creation itself, it talks about, in Romans, the creation itself, it groaneth, man. It's patiently waiting on the manifestations of the sons of the... Let me get that, man, because that's a beautiful precept. I love that precept. Where's that at? I think that's Romans 8. Let me look for this real quick. I'll start at verse 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. So you see, what we got to deal with now, man, it's all going to be worth it when it's all said and done. Because we're going to be looking back in the kingdom, man. We're going to be in the kingdom looking back like, damn, bro, we get all this, and all we had to deal with was this little bit of hell and just a little bit of tribulation, and we get all this. Because truth be said, man, we don't deserve what we got coming. We don't deserve it. But again, through the spirit, through the grace and mercy of Yahweh Shem Shai, all right, are we going to receive of these things? Lord's will, we're of the elect. All right. So again, this is why I always say, man, we just got to get to this last push, this last hell. All right. This last hoorah. And then the kingdom coming. And again, we're going to be looking back on this shithole. Like I mentioned in the previous lesson, man, it's going to be like a bad nightmare, man. It's just going to be like we woken up from a bad dream. All right. Paradise is coming, man. It's being prepared. Verse 19, it says, for the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestations of the sons of the Most High. All right. So let me read on. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willing, but by reason of him who hath subjected the same in hope. And why is that? Because, again, there's a cancer that's plaguing this earth right now, which is Esau, Edom. He has to be taken out the way. All right, even the animals are suffering. The trees and plants, everything is suffering. The air is all polluted. All right, this is why the Lord is coming with that fervent heat. It's gonna wipe all this shit out. All right, you got, because I remember, of course, a lot of us growing up, go to the zoo and whatever. But after some time, man, even before I knew the truth, all right, way before I started before I came into the truth, man, I see these animals in captivity, man. And in my spirit, I just knew it wasn't right. I stopped going to these different zoos. I stopped going to places like SeaWorld and all these attractions. Got these animals locked up and shit, right? Because it's just in my spirit, I just knew it wasn't right. Seeing these animals locked up. Animals not supposed to be fucking locked up. You got fucking lions, right? Lions are supposed to be out there in the jungle, all right? The Lord created the lion to be the king of the jungle, all right? He's supposed to have his own territory and his own pride, his multiple lionesses, right? But he got these lions damn locked up, man, questioning, got the lion questioning if he's a lion or not, right? It's just all backwards, man. The foundations of this earth is all off course, man. Everything is messed up. And this is why, again, man, this curse has to be removed from the earth. This fucking Edomites, this goddamn devil, they got to be taken out the way, and this is why, man, because these freaking Israelite camps teach that the all Israel doctrine bullshit, and all Israel's not going to make it. And they're the damn reason why we're still in this hell, and we're still in this captivity. The hell with these other Israelites, these 2/3 Israelites. Yeah, granted, we're going to, they're going to come back in the kingdom, and we're all going to be on one accord. We're all going to be straight, whatnot. But as of right now, man, they're part of the problem. So the hell with these damn 2/3. The hell with Esau, Edom. The hell with these nations. The hell with everything, man. All this shit needs to be destroyed. All right. Talk about a global reset, where the real global reset is coming. All right, and that comes when Yahweh Shai shows up with our deliverance, with our reward. So that was it on that. The earnest expectation of the creature is waiting on the manifestations of the Most High, right? Meaning the elect. All right, the elect need to be woken up. Because from there, all right, under the rulership of our Lord Yahweh Shai, and the governing body, the 144,000, man, everything's gonna be put back in its righteous place, man. Everything's gonna be ruled in righteousness. Everything's gonna be good. But going back to Psalm 62, man, and verse 6, it says, "He is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be moved." Again, going back to that strong, firm foundation. All right, your faith, man, your faith in this truth, because that's all we're gonna have when it's all said and done, and all hell starts breaking loose out here, man. All right, it's gonna take a great deal of faith, man, to say the hell with that microchip, man. All right, they might have a family tied up, get ready to off them, right? Threatening, if you don't take this chip, man, we're gonna kill your whole family. And hey, man, that's gonna be some of our lots, man. And what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, man? Verse 7, it says, "In the Most High is my salvation and my glory. The rock of my strength and my refuge is in the Most High." So you see, man, because you got to put your all in this thing, man. You got to put all your trust, all your hope in this thing, man. Going back to the previous lesson in Ecclesiastes, the 2nd chapter, it says, "Cleave unto him." This has to be top priority, man. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man, it has to be top priority. Everything else comes thereafter. Once the Lord sees that, you're really putting your time, your trust, and faith and everything in him, man, he's going to set it up to where everything else just falls in its place. All right? So you don't have nothing to worry about. Fret not. Verse 8, it says, "Trust in him at all times. Ye people, pour out your heart before him. The Most High is a refuge for us. Selah." Yeah, man, it's clear, cut to the point, man. At all times, you got to put your trust in Yahweh Shema Shai. You got to constantly be bugging the Lord, man, to deliver us. How much longer these wicked people all right, these wicked 2/3, these wicked nations and heathens, how much longer are they going to rule the earth, the Lord's earth? How much longer are they going to cancel this place, man? How much longer, the Lord being a righteous judge, a righteous power, how much longer is he going to sit by and let these things go by? You know, these are the things that we constantly, when we're throwing up our prayers, man, we're constantly asking Yahweh Shemel Shai these things. How much longer? How much longer, O Most High? Verse 9, it says, surely men of low decree are vanity, and men of high decree are a lie, to be laid in the balance. They are altogether lighter than vanity. Trust not in oppression. So you see, all right, what is that? Isaiah 30, I believe. Those that go down into Egypt, you know, their trust being to their shame is going to be in vain. Because again, you know, Jake is going to the main people. Jake is going to the main ones that's doing all the oppression. They're asking for freedom and justice from the ones doing all the oppression. And let me get that real quick, just in case, because I don't want to throw nobody off. Make sure that was the right chapter I quoted. Isaiah 31. It's like Isaiah 30. Yep. I'll go ahead and I'll just read verses. I'll just read it. Verse 1. It says, woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel but not of me, and that cover with a covering but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Because again, you know, you Jakes, you put all your trust. You went out there and voted for Joe Biden, all right? And you're going to find out very soon, man, these devils not for you whatsoever, all right? Y'all going to find out these devils, man, they're going to start showing their true horns against you so-called Black, Hispanics, Native American Indians. Y'all going to find out, all right? Again, your trust that you put in Egypt, your trust that you put in the modern-day Pharaoh, which is Esau, Edom, and the government and all these things, is going to be to your shame, you know? And like I said, man, it is what it is, man. Going back to this, Psalms 80, it's like Psalm 62 in verse 10 again, it says, trust not on oppression and become, because, you know, again, you know, being that, you know, Jake, man, they giving out these little stimulus checks, and Jake, man, they think they, you know, the government's doing good by them, man. You know, they think they got it, you know, and with that, you know, because that just has me meditating on where it talks about, they shall think to be in peace and safety, but sudden destruction. All right, Jake think they got it, man. Jake think they doing the thing, right? Getting the little stimulus checks. All right, Joe Biden, if he makes it past inauguration, is about to get in office. If he makes it past inauguration, right? Jake, man, Jake is in that spirit of peace and safety for the most part, you know, because they still, you know, he's cops are still killing down Jake and whatnot. But that's another topic. But nevertheless, man, Jake is in that spirit, man. They're trusting in the oppression right now. They're trusting in the oppressors. You know, it says, and become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them. So yeah, again, you know, because ultimately, you know, all things come from Yahweh Shemel Shai. Ultimately, all right. But again, nevertheless, you know, Jake, man, a lot of them are in the mindset that, you know, the government's doing them good and you know, doing good by them, or whatever the case may be, because they you know, giving out these little stimulus checks and whatnot. All right, and Jake just gonna go out there instead of going out there and stacking up and buying it, or you know, putting the money to the side or investing or doing something good by it. All right, you know, Jake's gonna go out there and spin on some rims. You know, Jake is gonna go out there and party and bullshit, smoke. All right, just wasting on following. They're gonna end up being back to square one, broke, and crying out for you know, more breadcrumbs. All right, you know, because you know, again, you know, concerning that stimulus check, man, you know, again, you know, all things come from Yahweh Shemel Shai, so it will behoove you, you know, you better pray to Yahweh Shemel Shai, man, that, you know, he puts his spirit on you to use that money wisely, you know, set it aside for good. All right, being that, again, you know, all hell's getting ready to break loose, man, and, you know, they're getting ready with these shutdowns. All right, verse 11 says, the Most High hath spoken once, twice have I heard this, that power belongeth unto the Most High. Also unto thee, O Lord, belongeth mercy, for thou renderest to every man according to his work. So you see, again, you know, just why I always say, man, You know, concerning these 2/3 Jakes, man, the hell with them. They're gonna get what they deserve. All right, they're living it up, living lavishly, trying to, still in that mirth spirit, that festival spirit, the house of feasting. Right, they're at the end of the day, man, they're gonna get what they deserve. They're gonna get theirs, man. So the hell with them. All right, but concerning putting your trust in the Lord, man. For being that the Lord is our rock, man. He's our salvation. He's our defense. He's our tower. All right, he's our everything. And this truth, man, is gonna be our covering. And when all hell breaks loose out here, man. All right, somehow, some way, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, we gonna be all right. Lord's word, we're of the elect. But this is just another one of those chapters, man, and these precepts, man. It's just, whenever I'm feeling down in the spirit, I feel the depression trying to kick in, whatever the case may be, man. These precepts, man, it uplifts me and it encourages me, and hopefully, it was exhorting to whom it may concern, whoever watches this video, So go ahead and end it off there. Once again, giving all credit, all acknowledgement to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the men that I learned this truth from, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time, Lord's will, I say shalom.